Hi, this is Ann Brown with your positive word of the day. The positive word of the day is an opportunity to think differently about something that you're thinking about, and it just might change the trajectory of your day. And so the positive word of the day today, ladies and gentlemen, is really an acronym. It's made up of 4 words, but it's so incredibly important. The positive word of the day today is SWOT. SWOT, SWOT. Now, I know those people who have been in business school, or maybe if you've even been in the military, you probably know what SWOT is. And it might have a different element no matter where you're coming from, depending on where you're coming from. However, SWOT in business schools means strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That's what SWOT stands for. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And in business school, we do a SWOT analysis. When I was getting my MBA, there was an entire half a semester of doing SWOT analysis, looking at different things that can affect different things, starting with your strengths, analyzing your strengths and where you are right now, and what are your strengths. Your strengths could be your team. Your strengths could be your stamina. Your strengths could be your ability to strategize or how you think or organize things. Your strengths are inevitably your strengths, the things that you are bringing to the marketplace. And then you want to look at your opportunities. Like, what are your opportunities to advance and grow? After you have your vision and set your goal, what opportunities? Your opportunities could be someone that you know that could introduce you to someone that could help you achieve what it is that you want to achieve. So it could be your network. Someone said your network is your net worth. And in business, it's all about relationships. So the more people you know who can introduce you to people that can help you, the better. For instance, let's say that you wanted a new doctor. And so let's say that you called your girlfriend and said, hey, I know you had this problem last year. Who was your doctor? Well, because she knows that doctor and she knows the quality of their work, she can make that introduction. And now you have a new doctor in your Rolodex. So you don't ever want to think that your network isn't valuable, because believe me, even though you may not know a particular person, most of us know that you're probably 6 degrees of separation between someone that you really want to meet. And so your network is truly your net worth. And so the more you surround yourself with people who also know people, the bigger your network and the bigger your net worth. So that's an opportunity. Your network is an example of an opportunity. Now, your network could also be an example of your strengths. Now, what's another opportunity? Another opportunity might be, depending on what you're developing, might be the weather. If you're in the southern states where you have more sunny days, in the southern states, they can build houses. They can build more houses in a year because they don't have to deal with snow. They don't have to deal with as much rain as we may have to deal with in the northern states. Did you know that? So if you were to get a house built in the southern states, it probably wouldn't take you as long, or it may not even take you as much money as it would take in the northern states. And one of the factors is weather. So what's another opportunity or strength that we might have? Another opportunity might be resources, money. Because if you have the resources to do what it is that you want to do, that's definitely a strength, and that's definitely an opportunity. Because now if you know the right person and you have the money to do what you need to do, now you're in a position where you can absolutely get it done. So there's so many strengths, opportunities. But you know what? To be well-rounded, you also want to analyze your weaknesses. Now, what are some of your weaknesses? Are you someone that doesn't have a whole lot of patience? Maybe you're someone that's not a people person and you don't really get along well with others. Maybe one of your weaknesses is money. Maybe you don't have the finances to do what you need to do. Or maybe your credit is poor and you don't have a way to get those finances. Another weakness might be education or the proper education or knowledge to do what it is that you want to do. That can be a weakness, but guess what? A strength might be having a friend or someone in your network that knows exactly what you want to do. Now, so we've talked about strengths, opportunities, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, now threats. Now, one of the main threats in business are competition, because as soon as you do something, if you don't patent it, somebody else can take that idea and run with it. You know, I was watching Shark Tank the other night, and one of the reasons why they did not support this particular guy, because he had a great idea, but they said, if you haven't patented this, as soon as you get it out in the marketplace, somebody's going to take this and duplicate it and run you out of business. And not only that, but they're going to make it better and totally run you out of business. And so all of them were out. But he was appreciative, because that was something that he didn't think of. He was like, I just thought I had a great idea. And he did have a great idea. But that was the advantage of being able to speak with someone who had the experience and could see further than he could see. And so now he knew he had to go back and patent his idea so that now his business could move forward. So sometimes when we have those threats, if we have the right network, they can lessen those threats. So when you're doing a SWOT analysis, you can do a SWOT analysis personally and just look at your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and what are your threats. Are you being threatened in your health right now? Like, do you need to lose weight, or do you need to become more active? Do you need to do things for your health? Are you threatened in your finances? Are you threatened mentally? Are you threatened in your relationships? Are you threatened with your job? Where are your threats coming from? Analyze those so that you know how to deal with those. Because once you do your SWOT analysis, you get a clear picture of exactly where you are. And that's the whole point, because if you know where you are, you'll know how to get where you're going. Does that make sense? If you know where you are, if you have a clear picture of where you are, now you can begin to put those steps together to get you to where it is that you want to go. So ladies and gentlemen, the positive word of today is SWOT, S-W-O-T. And I encourage you to do a SWOT analysis and just be open and honest with yourself. And maybe ask someone close to you, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? You know, what opportunities do I have? What are things that I do well? And what are my threats? Because your threat might be a good friend of yours. If you talk to someone else, they may bring something to your attention that you didn't realize. Your threat might be a family member. As soon as you come up with something, they do something to derail you, or something to take your attention away, or something. So when you speak with someone else, you may find that your threats might be right there in your household. And I'm not saying that you need to get rid of those threats, but once you realize it, you can deal with it, and you can make the steps necessary to get to where it is that you want to go. Ladies and gentlemen, the positive word of today is SWOT. I encourage you to do a SWOT analysis, because you know what? It's time for your success. Believe and succeed. Have a great day. Bye-bye.